Boxing Day. Normally it's where all the people, you know, they get out of their bed from being hungover, or they were, you know, bright and early for the Boxing Day sales, which can be pretty hectic. But what if you just want to skip all of that? You know, you don't want to deal with that nonsense. You want to go to your local movie theatre to go and see a film. Well, there may be a few films that are coming out on Boxing Day. There was only one I managed to see ahead of time, well, kind of well ahead of time, and that is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which stars and directs by Ben Stiller. And I was kind of like, I don't know, because I'm not a huge Ben Stiller fan. Well, ultimately about it, like, I've seen a couple of his films, but I'm not, the one I probably really liked was There's Something About Mary, but any other sort of film I've kind of like, that's okay, because I'm not really a huge fan of his. But what I can really say from this film is he was fantastic and he directed one great film. Now, I understand there is this is probably kind of like a remake or a reimagining of an old film classic back in the 50s, 60s, 70s at least. But it really fits for like today's modern world. And what it is Walter Mitty, he feels as though he hasn't done anything in his life. He's just, you know, he's just been from like standard jobs, kind of like the guy in the background. And one day, you know, there's a photo missing. He goes and tries and find it, and it leads him off to an awe-inspiring kind of journey just to find this guy that's taking the picture to understand where it went, where it's missing. Really, really inspirational, because what's quite good as well is Ben Stiller's character, Walter, daydreams quite a lot. He zones out quite a lot, so you get to see a lot of interesting kind of like imaginations, because let's be honest, that is kind of like what we do. Like, we imagine all this like big like action packed stuff, or ways to kind of impress a girl and all that kind of, or sometimes our imagination helps us move forward, and that's what's really good kind of about this. I think one of the things I think a lot of people might get a little bit sort of worried is that it's just going to be like a Ben Stiller comedy. It's just going to have a lot of his sort of humour that you've known for. It's not going to be that good. It isn't going to fit in with the film whatsoever, and it's going to, you know, hold back the seriousness of the film. To be honest, it really doesn't. It's done kind of really well because of the fact that it's all things that you see that are funny are normally just his imagination, but sometimes when they're not kind of funny, you do still get that kind of like Ben Stiller kind of sort of like comedy thing that he does normally, but normally it's done to really kind of like good effect, and I really, really loved it. And also kind of like this sort of love kind of interest in it was really good. It's good how they kind of like they did that, because it's not kind of like, oh, they just, you know, suddenly get together. It's a good kind of like build onto it. Really, really good. And I'll say some of the scenes in this film was just shot amazingly. I can probably say like the only negative thing I can really give it is, again, if you're not a Ben Stiller fan, you might not opt to go and see this. Like, when I went and saw this, it was kind of like a secret screening, so not a lot of people knew what it was. It went, and where they saw what it was, quite a few people got up and left. Now, I'm not one of those people, as if I'm here, if I've got a free movie, I'm watching it. Whether it's crap or not, I am watching it. And I feel sorry for those people, because this film was really fantastic, but I can understand they thought this was a Ben Stiller movie. They think it was just going to be the same like any other Ben Stiller movie, so they didn't stay, they didn't watch the whole thing, they just left even before the film started, which is quite a shame. But I feel sorry for them, because this was a really good film, but I can understand why they left and why they might think this film might have not been good because of that reason. All in all though, I will say this is definitely one of my best films I've seen this year, and with that comes with a high recommendation for me. Completely, utterly love it. Real sort of good time, really inspirational as well, and awe-inspiring as well. I know there's probably like a few films that have came out this year that, you know, are kind of like that, and to be honest, I would sort of like to sort of mention those, but the problem is they're not even out in the UK yet, which is pretty annoying. I wish they could get that sorted. But other than that, I say go in and see it. You'll love it, completely love it, and tell me what you actually thought of it. Yes, I'll probably have to wait a while, but if anyone has seen it beforehand, then let me know. Like, sort of find out if it's interesting, and if you feel free, you can sort of like or subscribe and all that kind of jazz. And with that, I will see you guys later.